Today's episode is very special because I'm bringing it back to why I started College Girl Boss and why you're exactly where you need to be. Welcome back to another episode of College Girl Boss. I'm Maddie May, and I'm going to be sharing exactly why I started this podcast. My job is to motivate you to really excel in college and on your professional journey, and we're going to do that in a few different ways. When it comes to real talk, I know that there are struggles in college. It's really hard to show up every day and have that discipline, have that motivation, study for your exams, have a social life, work, because let's face it, a lot of times in college we're also supporting ourselves. So I want to really bridge that gap of you just need to show up every single day for yourself, and every day does not need to be perfect, but you need to try your best. I want to say thank you to so many different people for being a mentor to me, because you've truly believed in me and you've allowed me to excel in whatever I do. And I want to be that to you. I want to show up for you every week on Wednesdays, and I want to give you just a little nugget of wisdom every single week, because I think that it's important to truly believe in your community, and I want to be your biggest cheerleader. As your biggest cheerleader, it's my job to tell you that you're going to do it. You're going to succeed. You're going to excel. And you're going to crush it, girl boss. So if you'll show up for me every single week, I will show up for you. I know that with all of our heads combined, we can build success and we can build a network of amazing and mentally strong and maybe physically strong women that are gonna really show up for each other again. I'm gonna answer questions every week that viewers ask and really dive into a few special topics. Alright, so this question says, what are some of the biggest mistakes when trying to be your own boss? I think that is a great question, and looking into like imposter syndrome and some of the other topics we've dove into, I think that you stand in your own way of being your own boss. And if it's not you, it's some of the resources that you don't have, or really just the community and the support behind being your own boss. Being your own boss, you always want flexibility and freedom, and so it's really important to have your idea and have your mission, have your strategy, and stick to your strategy. Don't say yes to every single person, because you will not do things well, you'll burn yourself out, and it's going to be really difficult for you to catch really what you're trying to achieve. It's like having a big fishing net. If you're trying to catch the whole ocean, you're not going to catch anything. So try to really hone in on your strategy and what you want to achieve. Next question is, what is the best way to land an internship and a job opportunity? So this internship question is really special, but you're gonna have to wait until next week's episode when I talk about the importance of internships and how to land one. The next question is, what is the first step to becoming a girl boss? Oh my gosh, I love this question. This question is so cute. I think that the first step is just showing up for yourself. Even if you're not motivated, even if you're not confident, show up for yourself. If you show up, you're going to put yourself in so much of a better position to excel, to win. And I think that it's important because it really shows that grit, that determination that you have to achieve your goal. And so, again, show up for yourself and it will make a difference. Next question is, what are some of the best side hustles for college students? Okay. You already know what my number one is going to be. I would say starting a podcast. I haven't made any money off of this podcast yet. However, it's a great outlet that could essentially transition into a very rewarding side hustle because it combines some of the greatest assets you have. It turns your passion into a project. And I know everyone says follow your passion and you'll be successful, but I believe that you should follow your talent. So find something you're really, really, really good at. And if you're really good at something and you're better than everyone else, that's going to really allow you to have a very rewarding monetary side hustle that could potentially turn into a main hustle. Some other good side hustles would be maybe doing the delivery methods. So maybe Walmart delivery, maybe it's Uber Eats, maybe it's DoorDash. I know a lot of people that can make quite a bit of extra side income from doing that. Maybe cooking. Maybe you like to bake. Maybe you like to cook for people. You could turn that into a catering business. You could turn that into a bakery. One of my friends that I actually know, shout out to Maddie, she owns a bakery in Baton Rouge called Eloise's, and her bakery was started out of her own kitchen. So if you believe in something you're doing, and again, you have the talent and the passion, you will be successful, and then you can really scale up that business into a rewarding side hustle. All right, the next question is, how can I start a personal brand in college? I love this question because I'm actually working on the brand for the podcast every day. And I think that it's really important to, again, focus on your mission, focus on your strategy, because whoever you're talking to, whatever your message is going to be, you need to tailor that specifically to whoever you're talking to. So I'm talking to you, girl bosses. So pick topics that you want to hear. Really hone in, like, if you know what a customer persona is, maybe fill out a customer persona about who your audience is going to be, and pick branding colors that are very specific. You want it to be eye-catching. You want it to be really easy to follow. So if I see Coca-Cola or another brand, you're going to immediately recognize that brand. Companies like Nike can make so much money because they have been able to monetize a check mark. So really focus on, again, what you're trying to achieve, and maybe try to do something that's out of the box so that you can really have a distinguishable brand. However, I would love to do a whole episode on this, so stay tuned for that. The next question is, how do I stay motivated when I'm at work or school? Honestly, not every day you're going to feel motivated. And I know you're thinking, well, aren't you here to motivate me? Like, isn't that your job right now on this podcast? And yes, my job is to really make you believe in yourself and have some motivation. However, discipline greatly outweighs motivation. Because again, if you're showing up for yourself every single day, you will be more invested in yourself, and other people will invest in you. So again, it's really important to show up even when you're not motivated. Remind yourself of your why. On an episode, I think last week, when we talked about imposter syndrome, Silva said, really hone in on your why. And if you remind yourself, why you're doing this, why you're showing up, the long-term gains will be massive. So you don't have to be motivated every single day, but remind yourself of your why, and I think that will really drive you to do what you need to do. All right, that's it for the questions this week, but I would love for you to drop some more in the comment box, because what would you like to know? What would really help you excel? I'm so happy that you decided to watch this video and be a part of my community, because I really appreciate you. And again, I want to be your biggest cheerleader. Next week's episode, we'll be diving into, again, that internship. Why is it important to have an internship? My experience, my guest experience with having an internship, and how you can land your next internship. I said internship so many times. To wrap up today's little mini recap episode and why you belong in this community, I want to share with you that you don't have to have it all figured out. Let that sink in. You don't have to have it all figured out today. And as somebody that thought she had it all figured out, I don't have it all figured out. And I think that acceptance is so beautiful, and it allows you to be on this journey of self-discovery and really landing opportunities that you maybe didn't think that you would be landing. Keep striving for better, keep learning and developing your skills, and I promise you and I will be successful together. Success is a mindset. And remember, you're not just a college student, you're also a girl boss. So thank you, girl bosses, for watching this episode today. And as always, I'm so excited to start this journey with you.